Earlier in the week before the big event, I was experiencing some chest pains that I just thought was indigestion. It was sort of like a dull ache behind my center rib cage that just felt like a backup of a little bit of acid. And honestly, I didn't really think much about it, so I just popped a cherry-flavored Gaviscon, and I'm sorry to be so graphic, but I just belched up a little bit, and then pretty soon I was feeling much better. No big deal. Again, I didn't think much about it. Friday night, August 2nd, Craig and I had dinner with our dear friends Todd and Judy. They are an older couple that are sort of like our adopted parents, and they have this beautiful house in Columbia, Maryland, and it's always full of good food and good friends and good cheer. And dinner that night was very special for us. It was these chicken kebabs that are marinated in a teriyaki sauce with lime juice and Tabasco, and then there's a dash of cinnamon in it to give it a tang. It's a wonderful recipe that we found, oh my gosh, like 20 years ago when Craig and I lived in Los Angeles. And many 4th of July, Craig and I would spend down at the original ocean liner Queen Mary in Long Beach, California. We'd grill this chicken, this teriyaki lime spicy chicken, and we would come with bread and potato salad and a really nice dessert, a good bottle of wine, and we would head down to the Queen Mary and watch the fireworks from the decks of this beautiful old ship. It was really something very special to be there out under the stars and have this little picnic and celebrate Americana. But the flavor of these little tiny kebabs that we made this time really brought back these wonderful memories, and it was a great dinner that night. And although I know it's tough on my digestion, I also took advantage of some really wonderful fresh sweet Maryland corn that was part of the dinner that night. And Judy and Todd also have this huge salad bowl that's right by their front door, and they always fill it full of these little miniature Halloween chocolates like Butterfingers and Milky Way bars and so forth. And I love them, but I also hate them because I have no willpower, and when cookies or candy or things like that are around within reach, it's easy for me just to grab them. So after having this dinner, when I got in the car, I took some of these chocolates, and on the way home I scarfed down a couple mini Butterfingers and a Snickers bar, and of course I was cursing Todd and Judy because they have these chocolates there, but it's my own fault. I take responsibility for my own actions. That night I fell asleep on the sofa while Craig and I were just watching something on the DVR, I don't even remember what, and was generally feeling pretty good. I went upstairs at about 1 a.m., got in bed, fell asleep, and I woke up around 2 a.m. in the morning not really feeling great. I felt some indigestion in my throat, and this time it was again in my chest. It was just minor at first, but it started to intensify, and of course I started cursing my own stupidity for eating both the corn and the chocolates, which I knew were bad for me. And I could feel the gurgling sort of getting stronger, and the chest pain that I had earlier this week was actually spreading. It was getting stronger. And I'm thinking, well, I've had corn before, and you know, I've had the chocolates, it wasn't much, so why am I feeling it this much? So I grabbed for some more Gaviscon, and I thought, I know, I'll do my trick. I'll jump in the shower, let the hot water just spray on me and start to relax me again. It usually feels wonderful. So I'm doing my water spa relaxation routine. As always, I'm just so determined when it starts to come on to say I'm going to head this off before the pain gets really intense, because I know from the spasms what it can be like. So I just thought to myself, tonight I am just not in the mood to deal with the pain.